The last noun carries the S. Now let's look at this. Face and clothes. Face is a noun. Clothes is also a noun. So if you want to pluralize it to have face clothes, it has to be the last noun that carry teacups. Tea and cup. So if you want to pluralize the compound word, it has to be the last noun carries the S. Now let's look at this other one. If the boy is a noun, scout is also a noun. But boy is describing the kind of scout that we have. So it's functioning as an adjective because it's helping us tell the meaning of this scout. It's telling us the type of scout that we have is the scout for male child. If you have girl, it would have been the scout for female child or female children. So now we are having boy scout. So boy is simply describing this. And when the second noun carries the S, so it has to be scouts. So boy scouts. That's how you pluralize. If it is more than one boy scout, call it boy scouts. Now, if a title forms a compound, the adjective part will not carry S. The adjective part will not carry S. What carries the S is the noun part. So things like financial secretary, you're going to have financial secretaries, not financial secretary. It has to be financial secretaries. If you have secretaries general, it has to be secretaries general and not secretary generals. Secretaries general. Now we talk about chiefs of staff. This is the title. So the other one, it was you have the adjective part will not carry S. Chiefs of staff. Parents-in-law. That's the right word. Parents-in-law. The adjective will not carry the S. Very, very important. It will not carry the S. Commanding. Auditors general. So very, very important. You need to take note of all these because when such words come out in JAMB and WAEC, you should be able to pick out the right answer. And for you to be able to pick out the right answers, you need to know the rule. Copy this note, study the 4 rules, and get to know how to use them so that when you have problems of filling the blank in your WAEC or in your JAMB, you will be able to get the right answers. Thank you and God bless. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at term verbs. Now, there are 2 types of verbs that you have. We all know that verbs are action words. When you say things like slap, that's the action that's an action you're trying to slap somebody. Walk, you're taking a walk. Washing of dishes, understand? So these verbs, some of them are done in a very quick, fast tempo, whereas some take time. The ones that are done in a very fast tempo, they don't need to have the ing ending. They just need to remain in their base. Whereas the ones that take longer time to finish, those are the ones that need ing. Like when you say slap, I saw him slap him, or I saw him slap her. Slap doesn't take time to do. So it's simple. You don't say I saw him because it doesn't take time. I saw him leap over the fence. Leap. To jump over the fence doesn't take time. It's not jump. But when you want to say things like I saw her washing the dishes, washing takes time. I saw him frying plantain. That takes a whole lot of time. You understand? But those verbs that are done shorter, in a shorter interval, you don't need the ing ending to them. And that is what we consider when we look at the short ones. You see things like see him take a fast salute. Want to salute somebody very fast. You don't say saluting because it doesn't take longer time. He saw him leap over the fence. You can't say he saw him leaping over the fence. Leap over the fence. And you talk about she saw him come into the room. If you want to come into the room, you just take a step from here, enter. So it's shorter. So there's nothing like I saw him coming into the room. I saw him come into the room. And for the longer ones, like she is washing the dishes now. Washing takes time. That's when you put the wash the CCs. Now you say she's washing because it's taking time. You can see it at the moment that it's taking longer time to. So that is what we consider when we look at term verbs. If it is short tempo, it is fast tempo, it's done in shorter time. You leave it at the base of the vowel and the verb. This slap, doubt, interval action, or words. For the ones that take longer, like frying plantain, takes time. Watching television takes time. Understand? Those are the ones you put the ing in. So that's where we're gonna come to the end. Please hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or concerns, drop them in the comment section. Thank you. God bless. You can use for revision when we stop teaching. So welcome. Today we are going to be looking at rules of Concord. Today we are going to be looking at what? Rules of Concord. If you're able to know the rules of Concord, you see that answering JAMB questions will be, or other English questions will be very easy for you. Number one rule says that subject verb concord. And I told you that what concord simply means what? It means what? Agreement. You understand in English language. Say subject verb concord. When subject is singular, the verb should be what? Singular too. Whenever the subject is what? Singular, the verb should as well be what? Singular. And whenever the subject is plural, the plural. You know what subject is it not? You know what object is. You know what complement is. We've done that in this class, isn't it? Now, example of subject verb concord is when you say he goes. Is that clear? He goes. He is a singular or plural? Singular, because you're talking about one person. He. If it is plural, it would have been what? They. You understand? So whenever you use that singular subject, he, the verb must be what? Singular. Goes. Whenever you have most verb with s ending, it simply means the singular part. Is that clear? Unlike in noun, if you have noun and you have s, it simply means the plural. But in verbs, when it has s, when the word has s, it is the word singular verb. Is that clear? Is that clear? Look at it again. Goes, is it a verb or a noun? Verb. You understand? If you have any word that is a noun, like orange, and you put s, oranges, is it the plural or the singular? Plural. But the opposite is, when you're talking about verb, is the opposite. Is that clear? The verb that has s at the back is normally the singular verb. Is that clear? Whereas the one that does not have x or es is the word plural. Is that clear? Do you understand it? And we made mention of it before this one. If you take your note, you'll see it. Emmanuel, isn't it? It's there already. So, singular goes with what? Singular. Is that clear? So now we have he goes. You can never say he go. Is that clear? He goes to school every day. Not he go to school every day. That is the wrong English. Is that clear? Now we have the boys go. Can you see? Boys is what?